The Trump administration has singled out Brazil in their tariff measures. These are your daily tax. On Wednesday, President Trump enacted a 50% tariff on the South American nation, but not for any economic reason. No, the president has targeted Brazil because of their treatment of their former president, Jair Bolsonaro. This is per the AP. Trump avoided his standard form letter with Brazil, specifically tying his tariffs to the trial of Bolsonaro, who was charged with trying to overturn his 2022 election loss. Trump has described Bolsonaro as a friend and hosted the former Brazilian president at his Mar-a-Lago resort when both in power in 2020. The two share a commonality. Both were indicted as to try and overturn an election. President Luiz Inácio Lula, who bested Bolsonaro in 2022, retorted Trump. He stated that the Trump tariffs would trigger the country's economic reciprocity law, which, quote, allows trade, investment, and intellectual property agreements to be suspended against countries that harm Brazil's competitiveness. Moreover, the United States has a trade surplus against Brazil, with $410 billion being spent in U.S. favor over the past 15 years. Thus, these tariffs do not make sense, especially considering that the Trump administration's prime objective in using them was to balance trade deficits. Really, what it's easy to claim here is that these tariffs against Brazil are a persona vendetta by Trump to help an ally who tried to overthrow an election. It's a tactic that's syncretic with authoritarian rulers. They look out for their own. Additionally, the Trump administration sent letters to 7 other nations on Wednesday. They were the Philippines, Brunei, Moldova, Algeria, Libya, Iraq, and Sri Lanka. None of them are industrial rivals to the United States. But it does stand in accordance with the fact that this administration said they wanted to tailor-make trade deals with every single nation on Earth. These extra letters and further tariffs are synonymous with the Trump administration in their second term, using them as a hammer rather than a scalpel for monetary policy. But when the action doesn't meet the policy that's at hand, such as the case with Brazil, we can begin to question why we feel these tariffs are effective or useful at all. And in this particular case with Brazil, it doesn't seem to be about the financial policy whatsoever. We'll keep you updated as the story develops here on Daily Tax.